Did you know that George I, the first British monarch of the House of Hanover, spoke very little English and was more comfortable conversing in French and German? This unexpected king was born in the Duchy of Brunswick-Lüneburg, a region steeped in Germanic tradition and far removed from the English court. His upbringing was quintessentially continental, with a focus on military and diplomatic affairs. When the last Stuart monarch, Queen Anne, passed away without an heir, the crown passed to George I, a distant relative. The Act of Settlement, which had been enacted to ensure a Protestant succession, had unexpectedly thrust him onto the British throne. His ascension was not without its challenges. His limited English skills created a communication barrier with his subjects, setting a unique tone for his reign. Indeed, George I's reign marked a significant shift in British history, paving the way for the Hanoverian succession. His story serves as a compelling reminder that history is often shaped by the unexpected. George I's reign was marked by several significant events that shaped the course of British history. Born in the Duchy of Brunswick-Lüneburg, he ascended to the British throne in a dramatic turn of events known as the Hanoverian succession. The Act of Settlement, which sought to ensure a Protestant succession to the throne, paved the way for George's reign, sparking a series of Jacobite uprisings and a seismic shift in British politics. George's relationship with Parliament was a complex one. He relied heavily on his Prime Minister, Robert Walpole, to navigate the intricacies of party politics during the Whig supremacy. This era saw the strengthening of the British parliamentary system and the birth of the modern cabinet government, with George establishing a system of ministerial advisers and cabinet committees to manage affairs. However, George's reign wasn't without its controversies. The South Sea bubble, a devastating financial crisis triggered by rampant speculation, cast a dark shadow over his rule. Despite the economic turmoil, the government's response, which included the prosecution of those involved in the scheme, demonstrated a commitment to justice and economic stability. Culturally, George made significant contributions to the arts. He was a patron of composers, artists and architects, spurring the development of Georgian architecture and Baroque music in Britain. His influence is still evident in Britain's cultural landscape today. Simultaneously, George played a crucial role in Britain's colonial expansion. He supported the British East India Company, was involved in the War of the Spanish Succession, and made efforts to strengthen British interests abroad, marking a pivotal moment in the growth of the British Empire. Despite his linguistic challenges and initial unpopularity, George V left a lasting legacy on British politics, culture, and the monarchy. His reign, marked by political evolution, cultural patronage, and colonial expansion, set a precedent for future monarchs, shaping the Britain we know today. George I's reign was not just significant for Britain, but also set a precedent in European diplomacy. With his German roots, he maintained strong connections to other European monarchs, making him a diplomatic bridge between Britain and the rest of Europe. His role in the Holy Roman Empire and contributions to the balance of power in Europe further solidified his diplomatic influence. But his legacy didn't stop at influencing the European landscape. His successors, particularly his son George II and grandson George III, were deeply shaped by his policies and the political climate he fostered. His reign marked the beginning of the Hanoverian dynasty, a lineage that would rule Britain for over a century, navigating the complex challenges of the 18th century. As we reflect on George I's life and reign, it's clear that his influence extended far beyond his lifetime, shaping the course of British and European history in ways that continue to resonate today.